babies? How are you? How have you guys been? I know it's been 2 weeks, okay? I know. But for the most of you know that I'm currently pregnant. I am almost 3 months pregnant in a couple of days or so. Yay, baby cheesy is growing. So last week, y'all, I thought, and normally I tell y'all when I'm not coming. I didn't realize I didn't tell y'all I wasn't coming until I woke up the next morning. I said, I forgot to hit post. So forgive me. I'm so sorry. Blame it. Don't blame it on anything. Just remember I'm pregnant. So I got the pregnant brain going on. I'm forgetful minded. And then I'm up and down all over the place. Firecracker told me she thinks I'm having a boy because how severely ill I've been getting. I mean, it's been crazy, T-babies. But I'm here. I've missed you guys. I want to know what your sex life is like. I want to know, have y'all found out some new things, tried some new things. Please, this is the place to share. For the new newbies, for the new T-babies, hey, you are now watching the funnest live show on Facebook called T Talks. Here we get to talk about sex in a very unbiased, unjudgmental way. It's fun, it's exciting, gets a little raunchy every now and again. But what's sex? It's not a clean act. It should be fun. It should be something that you're enjoying. It should be consensual at all times. Now, of course, as you grow from the first time you're having sex to being a vet at it to even, like I said, I'm 35, pregnant. I'm still learning different things and wanting to learn different things. I'm going to have to find out some new sexual positions to get in, the bigger my belly grows. So there's nothing that can be unlearned, or I don't think that you can learn too much about sex, especially if you have a partner. The communication with that person is always going to be different, and just like you need to date your partner always, because their goals and their aspirations are going to change, so does their sex life. Maybe they have never had a partner who is open enough to want to share different things, or had a partner who was okay with trying out some stuff. Or maybe they always wanted to be a little adventurous and they were afraid to do it, So get a chance, take the chance as much as you can to get to know that person, to communicate with that person. And having the sex talk can be a little cringy sometimes, It's almost like, don't understand why it's so cringy if you're already doing it. But when it comes to coming like, I want to try something new, it's like almost like, how do I say this? Or if I don't really like something, how do I say that? So those conversations are never held. It's always the same. Give us a head, give them some head, see what pops up. Are you wet enough? All right, boom, let's go at it and see what happens. It's never talked about. Intimacy is never talked about. Enjoyable sex is really never talked about. And when we talk about it, we always, again, talk about it with our girls in the room, maybe in the locker room, maybe out to when we're brunching, or just when the girls are coming over, whatever the case may be. Sex is never talked about with you and your partner. You might talk about the sex that you have with your partner, with your girlfriend, or with someone else, but it's never with your partner. And so I want you guys to get over that hurdle. And that's what T Talks is about. Not only do we talk about the communication, but we figure out different ways to be able to enjoy not only sex for ourselves, but how can we make it enjoyable for our partner? Okay, let me make sure I say hello to everybody's here. Oh, everybody's here. Erin, hey. Hey, love, how are you? Crystal, how are you, Crystal? I love you so much. I love you, Ken. I love you. I'm here. I'm so happy to see y'all. I got PG at 35 and had twins. Girl. Wait, what's PG? Tell me what PG means. And had twins. Somebody keep wishing twins on me. Whew, I can't wait to get the ultrasound to find out, because the way I've been feeling. What the Frap is in the building. Speaking of What the Frap, guys, our special guest is here tonight. He's been on T Talks once before, honestly twice. He's been on here a couple of times, and he is a returning guest. Can we give it up for Killmonger? What's up? What the Frap? How are you?
I'm so
I
glad
didn't
you
forget your
remembered.
name.
Oh my my goodness. I'm not embarrassed at all. What's
I'm
up?
not embarrassed at all.
Kitten. What's up, kitten?
What's
Got you back
up?
there on the ones and twos, waka wakas.
I'm so happy you're back. Thank you so much for coming back to the show. What keeps bringing you back? Tell me. Tell my T babies.
Come on, man. Y'all see what it is. Y'all
Ain't
don't
it
see her.
fun?
Y'all don't see them curls. Y'all don't see that smile, the style, the real, raw, the
Thank
informative.
you.
Come on now.
I appreciate that. My daughter, I'm telling you, I thought I had a big old cry. It's so crazy. I'm telling you, this baby just takes me through there. I'm just sitting there crying. Come out, goes, what's wrong? I said, I want to go do my show. She's like, well, let me help you out. Let me help you. So this is my daughter's outfit. Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you, Kamaya. She was like, Mama, it's Fashion Nova large. I said, girl, I can't fit no large. She put me in it. So thanks to my daughter, she even put my lashes on. Matter of fact, I'm going to show the video later. I'm about to just share it. The one I was like, she's like, Mom, just stay home. I said, no, my T babies need me.
Absolutely, man. So wait a minute. My daughter is 18. I got another one's 14. They'll never help me with my eyelashes. What's
They
up with
are
that?
getting big. Oh my good. 18
Getting.
and 14.
Getting.
So, you know, I'm just saying, look, I be like, they're going to be babies for me till like 25.
Okay, fair enough. I will tell you though, it is nice being able to sit in the passenger side and, you know, reply to emails and apologize to people for being incompetent.
I'm trying to get there. My daughter keeps like, Mama, let me drive. Be like, I'm so nervous. So I know eventually we're going to get there, but whoo, I'm nervous about Kamaya driving. I know I need to get over it because my mom was the same way. My daddy had to teach me how to drive because my mama couldn't do it. And I was like, Mom, it's not that hard. Just let me do it. But now I'm on the other end and it's like, whoo.
Hey, shout out to Jay Lee and the Juice and Sis ladies.
Shout out to my girl.
I know, listen, when I tell you, it's the funniest thing. So my mom had to serve as both mom and dad. And she was very, you know, rough around the edges, right? So she was one of those, like, panic driving teachers, you know? So she was like, well, what teacher me? So I kept telling her, Mom, just, you know, just ease up on me.
Just ease up a little bit.
She was like, you teacher me. Got out the car and walked back to the house. And so I was way more calm. Yeah. Okay. I was way more calm and patient. But then, you know, I had to snatch the keys from her.
You had to snatch the keys? That's what I'm saying. I'm going to get to that point. I can't wait till I'm on the passenger side typing. Oh, my goodness. Take
Just
me
hang
there.
in there, man. Hey, shout out to Sadiq. He's the one who eventually taught Jay Lee how to drive. I taught her how to drive a stick shift, though.
Well, now make sure Jay Lee watches this episode while y'all calling her out like this.
Oh, you know what? I'm about to put her in there now.
Yeah. Make sure she watches this episode. Let me make sure I say hello to the rest of my T babies. Christina, what's up, baby? How are you? How are those nipple rings? How are you doing? Yes, thank you guys. Tag all your friends. If Hendrix is here, what's up, Hendrix? What's up, Jamie? Hopefully you made it. You a beast. I'm a fan. Thank you. I'm a fan of yours too. Pregnant, yes, Aaron. Very pregnant. BB, how are you? How is the family? How are the boys? I know they're growing. God, you have such a beautiful family. Walter, what's up, Hinky? How are you? Who else is here? Hey, baby mama. I'm such a baby mama right now. Eventually the table's going to come out and Billy's going to be sitting on top of the table. But whew. Enough about me being pregnant, Lord. I have to deal with it every day. It's been taking me through there. So again, T babies, if this is your first time, you'll understand we are literally at the end of this book, chapter 7, and it's titled "A Lifetime of Good Sex." And a lifetime doesn't mean until you reach your peak in your 30s or your 40s. Or 50. I mean, you have people in the nursing homes. I've heard of nurses talking about how they have to watch the older people sneak into the rooms. And then, I don't even want to say sneak because they're grown as hell. Okay, let's start there. They're adults. But when they see them doing their thing, they have to just walk away because that's their right. That is their right to still get it in. So they just have to walk away, shut the door, act like it's not happening. But I think it's like one of those things. Again, I'm 35, so I don't really think about what sex is going to be when I'm 80 and I'm 90. And I could only imagine at that age wanting to go have sex and someone my age now looking at it as this gross or disgusting, but there's nothing gross or disgusting about it. Honestly, it's the same thing as anyone else having sex. It's just, of course, there's a different visual, there's a different atmosphere, and I'm sure it's a little cringy at the nursing home. But honestly, how fun would it be? It's almost like being in high school again, sneaking by the nurse's station to go see my boyfriend down the doggone hallway. I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness.
So a lifetime of good sex does not have an age limit on it. There's been some questions, which I love this book because they take in questions and they give, I want to say just their opinion, but their educated opinions on it. And to this week is called Ask the Babes. Of course, there are speed bumps and potholes all along the highway of your sex life. Instead of calling AAA, we say take in a deep breath, slow down your vehicle, and consider a new course. Or maybe even stay the same course, but switch it to a different gear. We've been addressing common concerns and worries through this book, which we have. But here are some questions about sex that we've heard at Babeland over the years. Happy travels. So the first one, y'all, is crazy. I'm a lesbian who's never had sex with a guy. I've done lots of stuff with girls, but my straight friends say I'm still a virgin. Am I? So this is the answer. Is the definition of virginity an intact hymen? If so, a buddy of ours lost her virginity while riding horseback. A simplistic definition of virginity might be exclusively penis, vagina, penetration. A more real definition of virginity is the state of not having experienced sex with another person. If you had sex that makes your eyes roll and your toes curl and left you collapse in a heat of tearful release, you're no virgin. No matter who your partner was or what orifice or what in the firecracker. Orifice. Dang, she gone. What?
Orifice.
Orifice. What's that word? I'm going to have to Google that one. Or appendage was involved. It's not just heterosexual intercourse. What is your idea of going all the way of physical intimacy? If you're a lifelong sexual active lesbian, you're not a virgin. And don't forget you can cross that line in more than one fashion. Maybe a hetero girl who's been having vaginal sex since age 20, then received your first anal at 27, then went down on a lady at 32. You lost your virginity 3 times. What do you feel about that, Killmonger? Because I was going to say the same thing. Like, virginity, the word virginity has so many different, like, depending on, like how they said, depending on your definition of it, because you can literally break your hymen with a tampon.
So I never put the hymen breaking as part of it because of the things you already talked about. For me, virginity just means not having sexual intercourse.
That's what I always thought too.
Yeah. So for me, like, if you're having oral sex or, you know, having vaginal stimulation and you're a lesbian with another woman, that's sexual. That's a way of sexual intercourse. The old definition is penis, vagina, penetration.
Exactly.
But even with that, I kind of think about Color Purple.
Brian, it's like, was this? I don't even want this.
Yeah. So in the movie, it changed dramatically from the book Color Purple, where it was very, very explicitly implied that Celie had a lesbian relationship, and she was telling her like, "You've never come," and so her reply was like, "No." It's like, "Well, what did y'all do?" It's like, "He just got on top of me and did his business." Oh, baby, you ain't lost your virginity.
I remember that because it was like you didn't even
fluid.
like it, you didn't even enjoy it. So let me show you something that you can actually enjoy. So you're right. So it's almost like she lost her virginity twice, technically speaking. And then the horseback riding. I didn't know you could like break your hymen on horseback riding.
Do you know what posting is?
No, what's that?
See,
I don't
I'm
even
a
know what
country
orifice
boy.
is.
Orphan's mouth, vagina, anus.
Oh,
Is
okay. I'm
hole.
like,
That's
what
way you say
the
holes.
hell?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So posting when you're riding a horse,
Okay.
what you're taught is a lot of thigh work, and it's what you want to do is go up and then slide down and slide back and up, and that controls the horse and its pace.
Okay.
So there's a famous, I don't know about famous, but in a was it a movie theater? Yeah, this guy was trying to seduce her. So his sister and he had a bet if they could seduce this perfect girl next door type, right? And so she had her practice riding a horse. And so she was like, yeah, really try to grind in when you go down. And so she's going back and forth. And she is riding this saddle. It was very, it's one of those scenes where it's like not technically sexual.
It's not technically sexual.
It was very sexual. Hey, let me tell you, 14-year-old Jeremy was like, oh yeah.
Like, this is everything. This is stimulated. This is stimulating to the brain, the mind, They have this practice. I want to say it's a Chinese or maybe it's an Asian practice where they're just laying hands on people. And these people are having these orgasmic experiences without any penetration at all. They're just I guess you would call it the chi energy. And then those persons have their eyes closed and they're just literally hovering their hands back and forth over their body.
Ooh. Ancient texts, right? When they talk about sex, in ancient texts, they talk about how some of the brothel keepers would teach their women to be so good that they can finish a man just with her eyes.
Geishas could do that.
Geishas, yeah, that's another one. Yeah, man.
But then you have and this is just gruesome. There's this practice. God, I don't know where it's at again, but when they rip the girl's part out that makes them enjoy sex. So so what about them? Do they lose their virginity, or did you take the thing that makes sex feels the most amazing from them? And so now when they have intercourse, it's just there. It's just nothing happening. It's just happening to them.
Well, what you're talking about is mostly practiced in Middle East and African villages.
Okay.
It's called female circumcision.
Right.
And sadly, a lot of those women die because they don't have proper care. But that's because of the ignorance. We all know now, thanks to Tea Talks. What up, Tea Babies? Thanks to Tea Talks, we now know that most of the nerve endings exist at the very entrance of the vagina.
Yeah, right there, the G-spot. And it's like they couldn't have that. So it's like literally the definition of losing your virginity. I think a lot of us lost our virginity teenagers, giving head, giving blowjobs, getting fingered. Like, I've been experiencing sex for a long time. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. So it's like if I was to go back, man, I could go back pretty dang gum far. My first touch was by a girl. I was like, girl, what you doing? We're supposed to be spending the night.
Yeah, what's this? What's sleepover? What's happening here?
The night we was sleeping over, and I was like, she was like, you gonna like it. I loved it. Ever since then, I've been a sexual active person. It's never the penetration part, just everything else, But the actual penetration, I'm like, no, because of the hymen thing. I would say the same thing. I ain't had penetration yet, so I'm still a virgin. But I'm out here doing everything else under the sun. But no, I haven't had penetration yet. But, but honestly, technically, I've been lost my virginity because I literally remember the feeling. I remember it's like being young. You don't know exactly what coming is, but you just remember this warm, tingling sensation hitting your body. And then, like I said, if anything made your toes curl, make you collapse, you just sitting there, you feel your breath. You feel it getting heavy, and it's just like, all right, well, that wasn't normal. That wasn't your everyday cup of tea. Right. Yeah. So it's like, I think a lot of us have probably technically lost our virginity without the actual quote unquote penetration part of it. And then it talks a lot about the girls, but I wonder if the same thing about guys though. Like when a guy gets head, is that, would that be involved with his virginity being gone? Where are my teeth? Let me come back.
I think it's fluid. It's fluid, Jazzy.
Pregnant dad. Look, he got so pregnant. You didn't know. I made a whole announcement. They get big. Oh, laugh out loud. They are good. Girl, love them nipple rings. Julia, what's up, Mashika? Let me make sure I say hi to my T babies. What's up, Joe? Hi, Erica. Miss you. I love you so much. I hope you're doing good. Back in the Bible days, they used to lose their virginity to animals and the same sex. This is what started the war of Sodom and Gomorrah, which Israel and Egypt still fighting today. Bro, well, I had no idea. Wait a minute. To animals, now I've heard of bestiality. And then, like, then don't get me wrong. I feel like they were pushing bestiality on TikTok and different social media platforms, because I'll literally be scrolling, and all of a sudden there's some type of animal doing something sexual, and I'd be like, what the hell is it? Like, why is this on my screen? Why are you promoting this? And then they'll have like the little comments and stuff, but it was like heavy on my Instagram, and well, I'm gonna say TikTok. It was heavy on my Instagram, and it would just be all these videos of animals doing something sexual, and I just didn't understand it. And I'm thinking, somebody is pushing bestiality. Somebody wants you to feel some type of sexual connection watching these animals. Like, they'll show like donkeys eating each other, sucking penis, or somebody playing, like one animal playing with a vagina. I'll just be, and again, I'm talking about bestiality, and showing, like, cause I was reading Joe's comic. I know your thing went away and came back. He said back in the Bible days, they used to lose their virginity to animals and the same sex. This is what started the war of Sodom and Gomorrah, which Israel and Egypt still fighting today. And I don't know if you saw it on Instagram. All of a sudden, there was all these videos of animals doing all this sexual stuff, and I'd be like, what the fuck, what is this? Will be monkeys playing with each other, they'll be jacking off, and I'd be like, whoa, like, am I tripping? Like, why is this being all over my timeline, and why is people even posting this? And then, like, honestly, I would try to read the caption just to see, like, what was the content in this. It'd be no content at all. So I'm just like, are y'all trying to make people feel something sexual towards these animals?
Right.
Because why are you showing monkey? It'll be a girl monkey finna suck a and I wouldn't, of course, by the time I'm watching, be like, oh, hell no, I just slid. So I don't want to watch this. This is disgusting. But it just keeps popping up on my timeline. Because I remember they were saying some of the men went to war and came back and gave their women diseases, because wherever them orangutans were, they would go have sex with the orangutans. It's just disgusting. So, Joe, I did not know that. I had no idea, bro. Like,
Oh my goodness!
ew,
Even kidding.
that's so nasty. But bestiality is a real thing. I be forgetting about it, honestly. I don't think it's something that's talked about, because I think it's so damn disgusting. I remember going through porn, and every once in a while, there would be a porn pop up with a woman finna have sex with a horse. I'd be like, what is this? And again, I'm appalled. And I know I'd be like, what did Optimus Prime say? Don't be kink shaming. But bro, that's a kink I can never understand about an animal. It's an animal. Ew. It's a dog, a cat, a horse. I don't know. Have you seen it? Let me be quiet. Have you seen those videos?
I like to wave at them as I go by.
Man, shoot. What the hell was shoot? I mean, it was on my timeline heavy, and it got to the point where I swear somebody was trying to push people to feel some type of way about it. Because, I mean, they would be very intimate moments with animals, and I would be like, why is this on here? Did I say something? Like, hopefully after today, it don't just start popping up on my timeline again. But I'm like, what is the actual purpose of keep showing this? And that was just, and they would all be different. It wouldn't even be the same video. It'll be just different
Mm-hmm.
videos. But I did not know that they would still fight. Now they do it in Mississippi, bruh. What the hell?
Shouts out to Mississippi, man.
Oh my
Must,
god.
must be something in the water.
Oh my god. I hope Tiara,
You
how
see?
are you? I love you so much. What up, boo? Hey. I think I gotta say hello to everybody. I missed y'all so much. I know it's been a while. It's been 2 weeks and stuff, but ooh, little baby Cheesy got your girl under. And look, I'm so happy that Killmonger was able to come in last minute because I was supposed to been having him on here honestly for a month. But every time it got time for me to have him on here, I'd be like, bro, I don't feel good. And I love his patience. He'll be like, it's okay. Take your time. No rush. And then I got in the car on my way down here. I was like, all right, I'm on my way. So I texted him, hey, you want to be on the show in a minute?
Right. I was at the football field like, whoop, gotta go. Jasmine's calling. I saw that bat light. Had
Thank
to go.
you so much. Thank you.
Look,
So it's kind of
I called my chauffeur. She came and got me early.
Yeah, tell your chauffeur I love her. Thank you.
Shouts
Ooh,
out to
I
CL,
love y'all.
little author, man. It's funny that Nair brings up bestiality and things of that nature. Bonobo apes have been known to settle everything through sex.
Who?
You steal my fruit. Okay, get over here. Let's do it and work this out.
No.
Like everything, like literally.
They're
Like people
a little
study
bit more
bonobo.
civil than us.
Man, go look up bonobo apes and how they settle their differences. Yeah, everything's done through sex.
Are these people?
No, bonobo apes.
Apes. Okay, apes. Apes. Animals. Okay,
Animals. But he brings up an interesting point. It being a moral issue versus a physiological issue, right?
Right.
So like when, so the Bible talks about Christ saying, hey, if you having a fantasy in your head, you have sinned. So have you lost your virginity then?
Oh, damn, I didn't even think about it like that.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
I've been having sex
Yeah.
for a long time.
Long time.
I've been having sex. Bro, you know, like I've been sitting there watching. You remember, like, I can't think if it's like the HBO or the Cinemax, but when you're trying to watch the show, it's like all shh. But you can try to catch little glimpses and pieces.
Oh, that's the Spice Channel. Oh, come on now.
I was trying to catch all the little glimpses and pieces.
No, when they had the free preview weekend,
Man,
you
I
turn
was
on
there.
there and you got the full picture. Like, what is happening? I am so sorry to tell this story, but
Believe me, I've shared everything here.
if having an orgasm counts as losing your virginity, I lost mine early on accident, fooling around. God, dog. Okay, fooling around with the my size Barbie.
Chucky.
No, not
I love
Chucky.
my dog.
Listen, even then I was straight, so it's something to that, born a certain way.
I love
Yeah.
my baby dog. Finally,
She was a
then
black-
somebody took it.
She was a black, curly-haired, my size Barbie, and like we were very gentle, very loving. Like we cuddle and watch TV, and then we slowly get into the act. Like I had a whole scenario. Then I had to give her a bath real quick,
I
dry her
didn't.
off,
I just went
get her
in and go back to
dressed.
sleep.
sneak her back to my sister's room. Yeah, I know. Sorry, I'm so sorry, baby.
Don't tell. Again, I ain't gonna tell nobody else. I ain't gonna tell
Don't
your
tell
sister.
nobody. That's between me and you.
Only the T babies. Let me tell you, my mama had cucumbers missing for a long time.
Oh no, not the cucumbers.
Yes, we did. She go for shopping for cucumbers. I'm like, Mom, this looks like a good one.
May I ask when you lost your virginity? If that's not a touchy subject.
The penetration, 16, 15, 15, 16.
Now, okay, not to put
15,
anybody out
16.
there, but if you've been practicing for a while on them stolen cucumbers, right, slowly turning them into pickles. If y'all Family Guy fans, you know what I'm talking about. Was it like a disappointment the first time? Were you like, this ain't nothing like that cucumber? What is this?
No.
This a,
No. My first time was amazing because I was so. I'm telling you, I've been sexually
Will
charged
you just
forever.
close the door?
So it wasn't even like a How
I'll
can
switch
I
gears a
say?
little bit.
I was not nervous. I was not afraid. I knew how I wanted it done. If that makes sense. I knew how, where I wanted it. It wasn't. It was just more like I already knew in the back of my mind it was gonna hurt a little. Cause again, I've researched, I've read all these things. I was like, okay, I know it's gonna hurt a little bit, but after the little bit of hurt go away, it's gonna feel good. And that's exactly what happened. I was so mentally prepared to try it out, and then I already knew I never wanted to have sex with somebody I loved for the first time. I knew I wanted to have sex in a way that I could experience sex. I did not want to experience the whole entrapment of the feelings mixed with sex, because I also saw how they did other girls with them having sex for the first time with their boyfriend. I never wanted to have sex for the first time with my boyfriend. So I know this sounds so crazy, but like I planned it out. And I was like, I ain't never had sex before, but I want to have sex with you. You seem like you're pretty, because he was already sexually active. So I was just like, you seem like you know what you're doing. I'm attracted to you, and I want to go ahead and get this breaking my hymen thing over. I just want to get it over with, because I just knew, just from not my experience but my other friends' experience, that it hurt. But then I would also listen to how crazy they was when they found out their partner was having sex with somebody else. I mean, it was just it just seemed more turmoil to lose my virginity by somebody I loved than just be able to pick them out myself. Hey, you, I like you. Let's try this out. It was the most platonic, enjoyable sex. Like, it was nothing bad about it. It was enjoyable. It was platonic. And I don't regret it. It's not one of the, like I said, I didn't have that emotional connection. I just wanted to enjoy it, and it was great. Like, seriously. So the cucumber was delicious. He was delicious. I just been having delicious sex.
I can't.
So when I hear people not having great sex, it's literally because, not saying that I'm in control. Of course, during the actual intercourse, he has more control. What I'm saying is, I have more control of my emotions and what I want done and what I don't want done. I know what I don't want the aftermath to be. Most women, and I was, like I said, 15, 16 years old, but you have most women still, they 20s that still can't even say, no, I don't want to have sex, or they get talked to coerce. I remember having a friend telling me that a guy took her shopping and did some other things, and she was just like, yeah, so I feel like I just, had to go ahead and give him some. I said, what?
Just out of what, convenience? Like,
out of convenience. So I was just like, so you got a price tag on your coach? There's a price tag on there. How much a guy got to spend to get off in that thing by that time?
But wait a minute now. So going all the way back to the barter system, isn't there always a price tag?
I mean, no,
like
God,
you spend a lot of time. You're telling jokes. You're taking showers. You're smelling good. You're looking good. You're working out. You're getting a good job.
Energy, effort. I feel like that's one of those things that should be talked about, or we should both be feeling each other. Like, we should both be wanting the same thing. Like I always say, scheduled sex is so not gonna happen. I've never scheduled sex, even though if I know it's gonna happen, it's not no you walk through the door, all right, let's go to the room, like what's this? No, I ain't no prostitute. This ain't no damn call girl session.
It's all about timing.
Let's chill.
I think it's all about timing.
Let's connect.
Wait a minute, kid. You mean to tell me you ain't ever just been in there minding your business, cooking some food, and then he just catch you at the right moment?
That is delicious, but it's not like planned sex. Like, all right, babe, 30 minutes. 30 minutes, get ready.
Oh, gotcha.
That's what I'm saying. Like, planned sex is just disgusting. It's almost like I'm not like, it doesn't make me feel sexy. Right. It makes me feel like you're horny. You need some coochie. All right, I need you and your vagina available at XYZ. You're not even seducing me. You're not even feeling on me, touching me. You're just telling me, make sure your coochie is ready 4 o'clock on a Saturday.
I think there's a way to do that, though.
That's what I'm saying. It'd be different. Be ready 4 o'clock on a Saturday. We're finna go have dinner. We're finna go have fun. Girls, we are fillers. We have emotions, and the more intimate you make us feel, honestly, we're probably gonna pull and tug at you. But the moment
Right.
we feel like the whole thing is just surrounded around sex, we're out. We're done. Unless,
But I
like I said,
think,
you get a girl who's like, he spent enough money, so I guess I had to. Like, what?
but I think that comes down to association, right? If you associate, well, he wants this and I want that, fine. It could be a business deal, right? And it can feel very
True.
emotionally detached.
That's why
But
I
I
have
think-
nothing against prostitutes and call girls. I have nothing, because those girls can literally, and guys, there's guys who do it. They can do it, and there is no, they don't need that emotional. That's what Tinder and stuff worked out for a lot of people, because they're okay. Like, what was it called? The hookup culture. I had one of my girls
Right.
come on here. And she was like, yeah, I'm a part of the hookup culture. I was like, girl, tell me about it. And it's just literally,
Right.
she said, you get on Tinder, you meet somebody that morning, you might have a little, she said, you might have some sexy talk. And I was, I'm asking about safety and all this other stuff. But for the most part, it was like, you get there, you have sex, and you're done. And then you get up and you go do your thing. So it's like, there are some people who are okay with that, and I have nothing against those people. I just, for me, yeah, right. But for somebody else, you just gotta look good. Ooh, I love his eyes. Ooh, I love his lips. Girl, you should have saw his body, and I'd be like, did he open his mouth and say hello?
Right.
Did he say anything intelligent? Not even intelligent. Just damn, did he say anything? No, he was just fine as hell, and I just had to have him. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean,
That sounds, I guess the other way is the power dynamics, right? Like some women are just, like comedians talk about this a lot, how they have so much experience in that. And you wouldn't think about it because they're heavy set, they're skinny, I mean, they're up all night, they sleep all day. Like, what's so appealing about a comedian? Just the fact that it's a man willing to get up in front of a group of people and command them with jokes and a microphone. Sometimes that's enough too.
it's like
Different
the
strokes for
uniform
different
effect.
folks.
It's the uniform effect. Women who love a man in a uniform.
Yeah.
He ain't got to say nothing either. Just stand there. She turned on immediately.
Or this theory about the women, the men's side of things, right? Where you have a group of girls, like you don't really see individual faces or body types. You just see a pack.
A pack
And
of
they all
women.
look appealing. Yeah, they did. I don't remember where the study came from and what their purpose was, but literally a group of girls, they'll show them pictures and videos, and and so they said, well, what about the girl in the red dress? Oh, she was very appealing, and then they showed the girl by herself. Did the same thing for men, and they were just like, whoa, who is that? It's like, oh, that's the girl in the red dress. No.
No, I'm like, there's
Yeah.
no way that was the same girl. There's
Yeah.
no way that was the same girl. Just, oh man, that's so crazy. That
Yep,
is
yep,
so
yep.
crazy. I never thought about it like that either. I don't know. I've never.
So how long did it take you to have an emotional connection?
Emotional connection.
Yeah,
That
when did it
sounds
just stop
terrible.
being, man, this is a good time, right? When did it go from a
Man.
Ferris wheel to like a serious, mature?
I knew it was
like,
real when I
connection?
wet the bed. I had a real orgasm.
Mm.
I mean, it was an orgasm out this world, and it left me in a puddled mess. And I was like, I love him.
Found the keeper. We have a winner.
Woo! Oh my God, I love him. He'll forever. I had
Wait,
3 of his
wait,
kids.
wait.
That's
May I ask? Is this baby daddy?
huh?
Can I be nosy and ask if this is baby daddy?
First baby daddy, yes. I had 3 of
Oh.
his kids. That was the first time. I said, oh my God. Believe me, all gloves are off on T-toes.
Okay.
Look, I left me in a puddled mess, and I said, oh, could this be love?
Oh my goodness. Not riding the wave, man. Come on, man. Shout out to you, sir. I will be messaging you after the show.
Oh
to
my
get some
goodness,
notes.
had all 3 of these kids. What you mean? I'm in love. I'm stuck going stupid for 10 years.
Oh,
Oh my
man.
goodness. I'm realizing, like I'm telling you, sex, I did not realize how important sex is. Like, again, here I am pregnant. I ain't been pregnant in 9 years. I've had sex. I've had good sex. I had amazing fucking sex. Now I'm pregnant and moved out of the damn city.
I had to go to the country. Keep this to myself.
I done moved to a whole new city, bro. My whole life been turned upside down. So obviously, sex
Oh,
is a
no.
key factor in my life.
I'm trying to picture 80-year-old kitten still getting it done.
Passing past them nurses to get what I need. I'm gonna shut the
Not the
door and lock
nurses.
it.
Not the nurses. Hey, come here, sugar. Come here, sugar. Let me show you something. You seem a little uptight. You seem a little wound up. Have you heard of this show that was real famous? We got to about 3 billion followers at one time. It was called Tea Talks. You
Tea
ever heard of this
Talks, honey.
show? Baby, sit down and watch some of that Tea Talks while I go get ready in this here bathroom.
Right, sit right here. You ain't gonna see me for a little minute. I plan on being sexually active to the day I leave this earth, because there's nothing more satisfying. You can give me. I mean, of course, money, but that's only because in this world that I live in, you need money to survive. So money is comfort.
Mm-hmm.
But that highlight reel is an orgasm. I don't care what nobody
Okay.
say. That highlight reel is an orgasm. For that moment, I am not here. I am not Jasmine. I am not a mama. I am nobody. I am a kitten. I'm a kitten, and I don't have to.
Wait, was that a sound effect?
It
Wait a
was.
minute.
Shout out to my DJ.
I see you, Firecracker. Captain Crunch on the ones and twos. Wooka wooka.
Shout out to my DJ. Shout out to Studio
Man.
65. Dun, 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 dun.
How do you find, like, are you planning, like, taking certain steps, like, because they have, female things that can help as far as medications and all your, attributes or whatever, all the additives. Like, what's the actual plan to keep that going at that age?
Oh man. Honestly.
Hold on, let me get my pen going real quick.
Right.
Okay.
Anatomy is number one. You've got to know how your penis and vagina evolves as you grow. You got to know that how to keep your libido up. You have to understand that your vaginal walls are going to thin. Your penis is not going to always be hard. You have to understand that is your future. And the moment you understand that, then you can work on it right now to prolong that from happening, if that makes sense. It's going to happen, but how can I prevent it so much? Is it my diet? Is it my exercise? Is it my water intake? Is it the things that I'm eating? The things that I'm doing. Do I need to slow down on my alcohol? I did a whole, I didn't do a dry January. I did a dry February. And it was amazing. I think, what is the guy who was off of Badass, the one who was always drunk, he was like, I didn't know I was alcoholic until I stopped drinking.
That's it.
And I felt that, man. I was like, damn. I didn't know I was cold, because I'm really an introvert who knows how to be extroverted, if that makes sense. I do good just here. And I know there's like 2,000 plus people watching. But if you put all them 2,000 people in front of me, I'm like, ooh, it's a lot of y'all. I don't know what to do with that. But I'm all right with talking to them, because it's like, I still have something I got to say. I still have a voice, but I don't want to say it in front of all these people. But I can say it in front of his phone and his camera in front of me. So,
Right.
But knowing those things, you have to be realistic. And then with women, meditation, I think we was talking about, like, rubbing your body, feeling your boobs, rubbing your legs, feeling your butt, your hair, your lips. You have got to feel sexy. You have got to feel confident. I just watched this 70-year-old woman do a boudoir shoot, and it was absolutely beautiful. It was so beautiful. And you can see the wrinkles. You can see the aging there. But then you could also, in her face, you can see the confidence. You could see that she felt beautiful. And that is half of the dang gum battle with women who are in their 20s to 50 now, feeling confident when they come in the bedroom. Want to get completely naked. Want to take the bra because their titties are so big, or they had a baby. I've had 3 kids, so yes, I have a loose stomach. I have stretch marks, but I've never been like, oh, don't look at me. No, or oh my God, I can't model because I got all these kids. No, heck no. I still did my thing. I don't even say it's a mental state. You just got to know you're beautiful. Same thing for a man. Men have to feel confident. I didn't realize that men have the same insecurities. Not all, but some men have the same insecurities as women. They might not like their stomach, and it's like so you'll see them at the beach with a t-shirt on. It's like, man, if you don't take that shirt off at the beach, this should be the one place you should be like, whatever. But still, they want to put this. They won't take the shirt off, or their penis size. Hey, if you got a smaller penis, and not saying that it's small, a smaller penis, learn more foreplay, learn more things that your partner like. What are different things? Like maybe her nipples like to be sucked on. Maybe her, I don't know, whatever the case may be. It's just so many different things that you can do. So if anybody is worried about it, they really need to understand the anatomy of the body. Boobs are gonna drop. Unless you be like Dolly and go get the bad ones done, because she said these ain't gonna never drop. I love Dolly. Oh, if y'all love Dolly, you a hater, because that woman is amazing. But she be like, these things, oh, they forever gonna sit up. I love her. So I mean, if that's what you want to do, but for the most part, be realistic. Don't be stuck in the an unrealistic mannerism. And if you want to go get something done, do that. But the vagina, you could do all the stuff to your body, but you cannot plump up your vagina walls. You cannot make your penis get hard. You cannot.
But you can help it, especially for women. Reconstruction surgery is out there. Like
that's you said, if your lips are like, if you lose a lot of weight and stuff, sometimes the lips have a little extra fat. Yeah, that happens. Right. But when that thing start thinning, there's nothing you can do about that. And you'll just have
they have surgeries for that now.
For real?
I'm telling you. Look it up. Reconstructive surgery.
Firecracker, where you at with my Google?
Yeah. Right. Get on the Googles. Look up vaginal reconstruction.
She did, didn't she?
Yeah, I've got the doctor's name if you need.
Because she told us about it. Okay, we did have a girl that was on the show that talked. I totally forgot about that.
That's what we're here for. T-babies are here to back up.
I love y'all. That's why I always say my T-babies always teach me some shit. Rika, what's up, Rika? We are mammals. It's natural to think sexually in different ways. Can't be a sin if that's the way we are made. The moral and integrity part is picking your partner. That's when it gets difficult. Oh, man. It is. What's up, Tiara? Hey, baby. Stephanie, your birthday coming up. My birthday coming up. Who else is here? What's up, Miss Willingham? How are you? Hey, boo. Can't make sure I say out on my T-babies. I love y'all. I'll be so happy when I see y'all faces pop up on my screen. I know it's been a couple of weeks. I'm sorry, but I'm here now. With Killmonger. He back.
What up? What up?
He back.
Yeah, man. But listen, when you were talking about all the things that you can start preparing for now,
yeah,
whether it be Kegels or eating right, get on your mangoes and whatnots, right? Help flavor.
Most definitely. Right? Yes.
Stay hydrated. I think last time I was on here, we talked about keeping that room temp water jug next to the bed.
The water is so important.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that guys' penis don't work at a certain heat level.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. The first time I experienced it, I was just like, oh, my bad. I just knew it was going to be kind of cold in here. I was trying to turn the heat down, turn the air down. But, yeah, didn't know if it's too hot.
I got a theory on that.
Tell me.
So I think it's more of a mental thing. So in Hollywood and TV shows, you see all the time, man gets out of a pool and he tries to make an excuse. Whew, it's cold, But I think that is really seeped into our mentality. And so we just equate cold with shrinkage.
Shrinking penis.
Yeah, it does happen, but it doesn't happen as far as being unable to perform. That's a mental thing. Like the body is usually always ready but it's if you get in your own head about it. Oh, it's cold in here. Oh man, it ain't gonna hang like it used to. Oh man, I don't know what to do. And then you start getting in your head, and then all of a sudden you can't even focus on the daggone buffet that sits before you and John Henry down there. You know what I mean?
Because you done overthought it, which
You
sucks
overthought it.
when that happens. It happens
Yeah.
for a lot. They didn't over. I've heard a lot of men say that they couldn't get it up just for that thought alone. Nothing physical, nothing medical. Just they couldn't get out their head.
Yeah.
Dang.
No, I think that is probably 90% of the problem. Right?
That
Oh, is she gonna like it? Am I
sucks.
gonna get a second try at this? Like, oh man, hold on, did I brush my teeth? I brushed my teeth, but how long ago? Is my breath still like everything is cerebral. And the brain is tricky. It can't distinguish between reality and fiction.
You're so right. And if you
Yeah, so
created this fear, it's now your reality because you won't let it go.
perception is reality. That's right.
Stephanie, you
That's
so
right.
right. We should drink half our body weight in water. We should. If we do that, I swear we'll stay hydrated. Joe said not all guys. Joe said ain't no cold water stopping nothing.
Well, see, Joe has a very strong mindset. You know, those breezies over there, them brown men are strong, I'm sure.
He said
Right.
cold water who?
Right. Right. We have to, yeah.
So
But
tell
no, that-
us, because I got about 5 more minutes. Tell us what's going on with What the Frap. How can the T-Babies find you? Guys, he has an awesome show, a super awesome show. So y'all
No,
make
thank
sure
you.
y'all go follow my friend after we shut down the show tonight.
Please, 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 I would greatly appreciate that. It's What the Frap. Back in my Vanderbilt University football days, we had a coach that had a no cursing policy. And so we just smashed the F word and crap together. Still not sure who created it, but we know that we've all, after all these years, you know, that was 2004. It still stuck with us. So I called it What the Frap because I kept looking at all these news stories and things and, you know, all the time, constantly, what the frap? And so we were trying to figure out what to call the show.
I like
My wife was
that.
like, I was like, what the frap? Yeah, so if you tune into
That's
our show and
catchy.
see our intro, it's literally like a bunch of, we just hit you with a blitz of news stories. Like so fast, we cut them off to make you kind of like, oh, wait, what was they saying? You know, because it's that crazy in today's times. And so our show is trying to break some of that stuff down and figure out how we can better navigate these very rocky waters without leaving a giant mess in our wake.
I
So
like
there you
it.
go. Hit us up at What the Frap. That's at WTFRAPJ.
I think you dropped the link, right? Yep, I'm looking at it right
Ooh.
now.
Y'all ahead, producers extraordinary back there, man. Yeah, Paco. Captain Crunch was actually my very first guest. He was
Heck
there
yeah.
at the beginning, the setup, like sit down for Studio 65. They did so much to help us get started, man. And it's been quite the journey. It's very interesting these past.
That's good. That's good. I love it. Shout out to Studio 65. If y'all don't know the best producer right here in Middle Tennessee, if you need one, hit him up. Okay, he's taking my show from me and on my phone, so now I got a whole green screen behind me. I got this beautiful flower. I get to sit at this lovely lounge, drink my water. Normally I'm drinking wine, but you know, given certain circumstances, it's water for the next 6 months. But if you need photos done, weddings, bar mitzvahs, DJ, literally anything you could possibly think of in entertainment, Studio 65 got you. Okay, we got a 4K camera, so be looking out for some films. Be looking out for everything because they're forever growing. And they're quite dear to me. If you was here to watch the opening of the show, Miss Firecracker actually filmed that opening in one of the T-Talks photo shoot. When I say it was such a good time, it was a phenomenal time. We had a great, we didn't even know that we was going to be filming in the opening for T-Talks, and it was just a special moment. So shout out to Studio 65. Thank you again, What the Frap, Killmonger. Oh, matter of fact, we're going to show the video again. Give me a second.
There you go.
Ooh.
We're back.
Bam! Did y'all see it? I love it so much. Like, oh my goodness, that just makes my heart happy every time I see it. Just because the show has grown so much, and I love my returning guests. I love when y'all come back to the show. Please, Killmonger, if you ever want to come back on a Tuesday while I'm feeling good, thank you again for your patience. Just let me know, man. You can most definitely come. It's always enjoyable time. I love your conversation. It's always informal. And I really appreciate it. I know my T-Babies appreciate it. And T-Babies, thank y'all for all the comments. But y'all support Juneteenth. Oh, yes, that's this Saturday. Don't let me forget. What this Saturday at the Riverwalk, Marion County, Tennessee. Shout out to my girl, Jay Lee. Jay Lee and the whole team, okay? It's a team, okay? That's going to be there. Joe is going to be out there hosting, the one that's doing all the commenting. Paco, aren't you DJing?
Yeah, Who That Boys DJ.
Who That Boys? The Who That Boys gonna be DJing. The whole team gonna be there. I'm gonna be out there hosting the pageant for the young girls and for the young ladies. So it's literally gonna be a whole group team effort this Saturday. So make sure if you're in the Marion County, Middle Tennessee area, you make sure you get there this Saturday. I think it starts at like 10 o'clock in the morning. And it's going to be going on to like 7 o'clock at night. So it's going to be an all-day thing. I know it's going to be quite a few activities, quite a few Juneteenths going on. But try to hit them all if you can. Go to the one in Nashville. Come to the one in Columbia. There might be one in Franklin. I don't know. But the one right here in Columbia is going to be lit. Last year was such a sea of people. And I know this year, Jay Lee is going to have it set up totally different. I ain't going to give you all the info. But it's going to be set up totally different in a way that it's going to be even more interactive, more fun. And every year it grows, it gets better show. So shout out to my girl. Shout out to the team. We're most definitely going to be there Saturday. We want to see you guys. I want to see your faces, T-Babies. Make sure you come say hi. Come rub on Baby Cheesy. Wish us well, safe delivery and stuff. Tell Baby Cheesy be nice to his mama. I'm tired of sleeping and crying. But I love y'all so much. I will see y'all again, hopefully praying the health willing next Tuesday at 8:30. Heavy on the ish. And right now I don't have any guests. So if anybody wants to be on the show, it's the easiest. 1, 2, 3. Send me a message. We'll get you connected. Either we're going to get you on Zoom or you're going to be in person and you'll be here. It's that simple. There is no questionnaire. There is no fees. There's no pre-interview because, again, I've been hearing all the... I'm a part of a few podcast groups. And the one thing, when people are rubbed wrong, they're going to tell people. And I'm learning that people are making people pay money. The only thing I charge you for is to run an ad. If you want to run an ad on T-Talks, it's only $50. That's it. It's only $50 to run an ad on T-Talks. But other than that, you can come tell us about your business because we want to know. We want to know what you're doing too. This is a networking place. Not only are we here to talk about sex and communication, and like I said, learn the anatomy so that you're prepared for having a great sex life for the rest of your life. But we want to connect. We want to build. We want to build with each other. Because you see right now, this whole entire network is beautiful. His sister is actually the one over Juneteenth. Who That Boys, the people who are Studio 65, the same people who are producing my show, is going to be a Juneteenth DJ. And then there's me, the owner of T-Talks. I'm going to also be a Juneteenth host. And so you really need that network. You really need a team. Because without, there's no I in team. Yes, you can do it yourself. But there's nothing like having a good team around you who wants to see you grow. Not just talk about it, but really want to see it. So please come and be a part of T-Talks. I want to hear what, type of sex you're having. And what can you do to help me and everybody else. And if you got a business, bring it. Bring it so we can share with everybody else. So again, I love you, T-Babies. I hope y'all have a great night. I'm going to see you Saturday, 10 a.m., Marion County at the Riverwalk. I don't know the exact address. Just look up Marion County, Columbia, Tennessee, Riverwalk. And I will see you guys Saturday. I love you so much. And if I don't see you Saturday, I'll see you next Tuesday. You T babies have a great night. Thank you, Killmonger, for coming on the show.
Oh, I'm gonna say that one for later.
Got it. Okay. Bye, guys. I love you.